Hello, my people. How are you doing today? I hope you're fine. Welcome to Talk Talk. My name is Nkiru Kama, and today I am going to tell you something. See how I'm smiling? It's not a good experience. I'm going to tell you about an unforgettable and my worst experience when I was in uni, and that's going to lead us to this idiom. Don't judge a book by its cover. Have you heard of that idiom before? I know some of you would have heard of this idiom that says, do not judge a book by its cover. Okay, that's a metaphor. Okay, so let's look at this. You walk into a bookshop, you see a nice book, like a book that has an attractive cover, and you pick it up. Then you read the title of that book. Do you think just by looking at the cover of that book, reading the title, do you think you will know the content of that book, already know what that book is going to be about? No, it's not possible for you to know the content of a book by merely looking at the cover of that book. Even sometimes when somebody tells you about a book and the person, tells you a bit about the content of that book, you still have to read it to really understand that book. And sometimes you have to read a book like 2 times or more to really understand what the writer is talking about, or what the message that the writer is trying to pass. Like when I was in secondary school, whenever we are having a comprehension, we usually read a comprehension 4 times so that students can grab everything in that passage. So just by looking at that, so how do you now think by just looking at the cover of a book, you can tell the contents of that book? Now let's take it to human being, because that idiom is a metaphor. And when you are saying judging the book, it does not literally mean judging a book, a written article. It means judging human being or people. So by merely looking at somebody, can you tell the kind of person that person is, or can you tell the makeup of that person? You just see somebody for the first time. Do you think you know the kind of person that individual is? It's not possible. You even have to live with somebody or stay with somebody, or you have to have been relating with somebody for a long time to know the kind of person that individual is. And there's no guarantee said that you can know somebody all and all. It's not possible. No matter how much you spend with somebody, there will be some part of that person, some aspects in that person's life that you know nothing about. You can completely know somebody. So you can imagine now seeing somebody for the first time, or you've been relating to somebody for little time, and assuming you now know the person completely. That is wrong. It's just like somebody seeing me for the first time. They will say, I am lonely, I am boring, I am this, I am that, I am sorry. Because they just met me, so they don't really know me. So they feel like maybe I'm lonely, but I'm not. Yes, baby girl is antisocial, but I'm not boring. I am not. And when you get to meet me, you'll notice that I am not actually bad, but just like I'm very quiet. Yes, I can be very quiet. And the funny thing is that some people say, they'll be like, so this is you. I thought you were this. What did you think I was? What did you think? And what do you think I am now? And people just tell me that I'm weird. Like I'm different, I'm this. I don't know. You can't really tell who I am by just looking at me. It seems like I'm onions, like I have layers upon layers. That is how it is. So you can't really just say, oh, this is NK, this is, oh no. Except people who have actually lived with me, who know me very well. I have a behavioral pattern. That, okay, this is me. But still, you can never tell. I feel just wake up, shock you one day. So that's going to lead me to this. I want to tell you an experience I had in the university. God. See how I'm even doing it. Like, see how I'm doing it and I'm smiling. It's nothing funny. That was and is still my worst experience. And I pray I will never have an experience that is badder than that, because that was bad. It was very, very bad. And the person that did this is somebody that I would never have believed would do this kind of thing. Although we were not close, but it was shocking because I've been seeing him for quite a while. So what he did really shocked me. So it was like I already seen him. I think I already know this is a cool guy. So this kind of thing is way too much for him to do. So what happened? During 2020, we all know 2020 was locked down, the whole COVID-19 stuff. Then I was in my final year. I was supposed to have even left, like we were supposed to have graduated when that incident happened, but because of lockdown and everything, things were slowed down. So during that time, I was in my lodge, and we were like very few people left, like four of us. Yes, four of us in the lodge. Then there's this our security man, and another family that stays in that lodge. But they weren't students. But for students, we were just like four of us in second brown. Before I continue, I graduated from ESUT, Enugu State University. Yes, that's where I graduated from. And I don't know, some of you, have you heard of Baggate? Do you know Baggate? I stay in Baggate, Brown Lodge, second Brown Lodge. And in Brown Lodge, you have first Brown Lodge and second Brown Lodge. They are beside each other. The only thing that divides them is a fence. So I stay in second Brown. Remember I said this incident happened during lockdown and everybody had gone home. So this night, something terrible happened. I am an introvert. Yes, most of my stay in the room. I don't really go out, and I don't really people don't really come to my place like that, except my friends or few people. But as at then, all my friends had gone home. Okay, except one or two of them who happened to be in the lodge too, to be in my lodge. So that night, I was just in my room on my bed. And what happened? Something happened. But before I went to bed, before I went to sleep that night, I called one of my friends and we got talking. So by the time the call ended, it was already around 12. So I slept by 12. And when this incident happened, it was when I woke up, I checked my phone, it was 1, which means I slept between 12 to 1 a.m. So what happened? I was lying on the bed and I was sleeping. Then all of a sudden, I don't know, I can't even remember what I was dreaming about. I'm not a deep sleeper, and I don't. Yes, I have dreams, but not the kind of dream that will wake me up or have me screaming from my sleep. So what happened that night? I was alone in my room. I was lying down, and when I want to lie down on the bed, most times I'm not like fully dressed like how I would by daytime. So I wore a big clothes, then I covered myself with my blanket. I was sleeping on the right hand side of the bed. Then on the left hand side, which is half of the bed, I kept my extension box, my phone, my power bank, my charger, everything at that corner, which means I did not leave that space for anybody. So I slept alone in my room with my stuff, my devices by my side. So as I was sleeping, I don't know what I was dreaming about, but I know I woke up shouting, like screaming because of a nightmare. Right now, if you ask me what I dreamt about, I can't even remember. I don't remember. But I know I woke up screaming. And immediately I woke up, I saw somebody beside me on my bed. Thank God for American movie. I was so scared, but I did not show my fear. So what did I do? The first thing I did was, where's my phone? Where is my phone? And I picked my phone, I checked my phone, it was 1 a.m. And you know the funny thing? The funny thing is that the way I slept is still the position that I was in when I woke up from that nightmare. Do you get? And like I said, I slept alone. So how do I have somebody beside me on my bed? We are not even friends. You stay in first round, I stay in second round. So how did you get to my room by that time of the night? How did I even sleep between 12 midnight and 1? And somebody appeared here and I did not know. Like, what happened? And what did I do? I just turned and I asked the nigger, guy, how did you get into my room? Brother told me that I opened the door for him to come in. Like, I don't understand. I be picking way I go do something. I'm not gonna say I don't do something. I asked him again, how did you enter my room? He said I opened the door, that I used sleeping eyes to open the door. I did not talk too much, because I slept by 12. I just checked my time now that I woke up from this short sleep and it's 1. I did not sleep for a long time. Or more fear catch me. Fear really, really catch me. Do you know what I did? I just removed my blanket, stood up, went to my door. Some of you, I don't know, for those of you who know Brown Lodge, you know how the gate is. Like second Brown Lodge, the gate is strong. And there is no way somebody will enter your room without the person being inside not knowing. So when I checked my room, okay, my room door has 2 bolts. That's the upper one and the lower one. And I don't lock it. I don't lock the upper one because it's stronger. It's harder for me to lock. So I usually lock the lower one. So when I checked my door was still the way it was. When I locked my door, I knew how I locked it. So when I checked it, it's still the same position. So guy, how did you enter? I did not even shout. I did not react so much. I just asked him calmly. The next thing I did, I opened my door and I ran out and I started screaming. Then I went to my friend's room. He stays at the edge of that floor. And I started banging by that one ear. I was like, his name is Emmanuel. I was like, Emmanuel, open this door. Open your door. I was hitting the door like with all my strength. And when he opened the door, he was like, Enki, how far now? What is it? I was like, then as I was talking to him, that guy now came out from my room and he was passing. He wanted to go down. I was like, Emmanuel, ask this guy what he is doing in my room by this time. Ask him how he got into my room. Ask him how he got into my room. Emmanuel, I'm very sure as he was confused, like, what is happening? I was so angry, very angry. Then he went downstairs. Then after that, I went back to my room. I could not even sleep. I was so scared. I called the person that I spoke to last around that 12 midnight before I slept. And I told the person what happened. The person was surprised. And like I said, I've known the person for quite some time. So the person knows me. And the person knows that I would not just open the door for someone without knowing that I opened the door at that time. And please don't forget that I am not friends with this particular person. He stays in the other building, the first Brown Lodge. That's where he stays. So, I don't understand. We are not friends. So how did you get into my room? How did I open the door with sleeping eyes? Have you been to my room before? The answer is no. So, what happened? Because I could not sleep, I had to tell Emmanuel, that's the guy that I went calling when I ran out of my room, and one other person. Then I was like, let's go to this guy's room. Let's ask him how he entered my room because I want to know. Was it like juju? Was it jazz? Was it what? Like, how did he get there? Like, how did he get to my place? I want to know. And when we got there, the guy still insisted and kept saying that I opened the door for him. I was so angry that I wanted to break his head. Just imagine me wanting to break somebody's head now. That's to tell you the height of that anger and the fear. So because he kept saying that, kept insisting that I opened the door for him, I was so angry. I was like, guy. So somebody was even like, one of the guys was like, okay, maybe we'll go. Where we'll go. And I'm very sure that he did not know what to believe because I think that guy is his course mate. I got to find out that is his course mate and it's even his class rep, his 001. So I don't know, maybe he doubted me or something. Do you understand? But this is somebody that I've known for a while. So I felt bad. But on the other side, Emmanuel, which is the first guy that I ran to, I think he believed me. Like he believed me. But the other person was still doubting. So I just let it go for that time. I went back to my room and I didn't call my mom. I didn't call anybody because I didn't want them to start, worrying and being scared. So because of how scared I was, there's this other person. I have his number. He stays on that street, that Amory Street. That's the name of the street where my lodge is located. So I had to call him because that's his place. I think that's his village. So I called him. Omo, long talk, one talk led to the other. The guy was like, maybe it's juju that the guy wants to maybe do Yahoo with me and that kind of thing. I was like, that's not even the case. The thing is, how did he enter my room? We are not even friends. Omo, everybody kept bringing their own theory and all that. So thankfully, around um 10, 11 a.m., after we've dragged that matter, trying to like make him talk, then we went to a room. Everybody, our security man, the couple that lived in our lodge, myself, and three other people. We're like, how did he enter? How did he enter? We just want to know. He was like I opened the door. Like I used sleeping. I don't remember. I was like, I don't do that. Like even if we are friends, my friends won't come to my room by that time of the night. How did you get into my room? You say I open door. Are we friends? No. Why would I even open door for you by that time of the night? The guy kept insisting. I was like, no, I'm sure I did not open it. Some people were doubting because they know the guy, they've judged the guy. Like that's what I'm talking about. Don't judge a book by the cover. So they felt they already know the guy. And some people there too, like the couples, they were like, NK. So as people who you have lived in the same compound with for like 1 year or 2 years, like 4 years now, like almost 5 years, you already know, okay, this is this person, you've been seeing this person, you think this is what this person is, you already judge them. You're already sure saying that this person be. So knowing the guy is a very cool guy. Very cool guy, quiet, and he always mind his business, just like me. So some people had problem. They didn't know who to believe. Like why some believe me, and I'm very sure maybe other people, somebody else will believe him. So they didn't know what to do. But I was very sure that I did not open the door. So I just everybody got tired. I wasn't tired, but I just had to like let it go for that minute. So as people were disappearing, the guy was going downstairs. He wanted to go back to his lodge. And something just told me, follow this guy. And when I followed him, and I was like, guy, between me and you, just tell me. I know that I did not open this door for you. But don't make me look stupid. Don't make me to doubt myself. How did you enter this room? How did you enter it? Before the guy now told me that he came into my room through the ceiling of my bedroom, because my bedroom has an opening. Like, how? You have never been to my room before. We are not friends. How did you even know that my bedroom roof has an opening? Oh my God, that was unbelievable. Like, how did you know my bedroom has an opening? Like, how did you know? You have never been to my room before, talk less of my bedroom. So how did you know? God, that was when I was like, Chineke. Eh? And how did I even sleep within that short time? I did not notice that my bedroom door was being opened. Like I did not even hear the crack from the door. And after he told me that, I rushed to my bedroom, checked it, then I saw footprints on the wall of my bedroom, because my bedroom is tiled and is white. So I saw it. I was like, Jesus, what would have happened to me that night? Like, what would have happened? What was his motive? What did he want to achieve? What was he looking for? Before that incident, I remember my friend telling me that, NK, this your bedroom, fingerprints and footprint don't they this thing don't they show too much. What's happening? And I didn't even say, I was like, it has been there even before I packed in. There were footprints and fingerprints there, so I know to reason now. But after that night, I looked at my bedroom wall. I was like, this is true, which means this guy has been to that place before that time. And how did you even manage to you climbed the roof? Oh, how did you enter the ceiling? So, aside the fact that I was surprised, I was traumatized, I was shocked, I never expected that from that guy. Like I said, we are not friends, so we are not close. He has never been to my room, but I know he stays in the first row. And I never saw him as someone who can do something like that. So judging people by their cover, by like merely seeing somebody, can you actually tell what a person can do? The answer is no. The answer is no. And you can even stay with somebody for a long time and the person will shock you one day. So you cannot read every part of a person. You cannot judge a book by the cover. And there are people say that you would think they are very bad people, very terrible people because of their appearance or the little side talks I have heard about them, and you just assume they are terrible people. But when you come close to them, you see there's something different. So you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't. You can't tell the kind of person an individual is by just looking at them. There's more to appearance. So the best thing that you should do is to be with someone before you have a perception about somebody. I think you should actually spend time with them. Even though spending time with them is not a guarantee that you know them all and all, or all and all, whichever. It's not a guarantee that you know every part of them, but at least to a certain height. I know there is no guarantee to knowing somebody completely, but by staying a longer time with them, by studying them, actually coming like relating with them, will make you to know them to an extent. You get? So don't just judge people because of what the little things you've heard about them. Don't judge people um at a first glance. Don't judge people that you don't even know. People that you've not been in their shoe, people that you don't know one on one. Don't judge them. Before you start having a take about somebody, you should at least know that person. You should at least know that person. So don't just come and say, oh, this person is like this. Don't do that. It is very wrong. So relate with people first before you have a take on the kind of person they are. So I'm going to stop here today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye and take care of yourself. I love you.